Lily, a little monkey with sparkling eyes, looked quite grand today in her vibrant outfit and a tiny bear backpack. She nimbly hopped onto the motorbike, clutching her dad's back, ready for a street tour accompanied by the rhythmic hum of their familiar green engine. As the wind brushed through her soft fur, Lily's laughter dissolved into the air, signaling a peaceful day. Upon returning home, her dad tenderly prepared a carton of milk for her. Lily's tiny hands struggled with the stubborn plastic straw. Seeing his daughter's clumsiness, he gently helped her insert the straw and carefully poured some milk into a small glass for her to sip easily. After reminding her to be good, he picked up his briefcase for work, leaving Lily with her sweet milk and the quiet stillness of the house. The milk vanished in the blink of an eye, but Lily's tummy remained unsatisfied. A craving for more surged, prompting the little girl to embark on an expedition toward the high wooden shelf. Lily stretched her body, tiny hands gripping the wall, but the milk carton was far out of reach. A spark of inspiration hit her. She pulled a cardboard box from under the table to use as a footstool. Crack, smash! The sharp sound shattered the silence. In the struggle, Lily's hand accidentally swiped a cherished commemorative photo frame off the shelf. The glass splintered into pieces. Lily's heart hammered against her tiny chest. She stood frozen, staring at the wreckage, panic clouding her innocent mind. In a fit of frantic desperation, Lily came up with a very childish solution. She gathered the shards and carefully hid them in the refrigerator. She hoped the cold inside could freeze her mistake, making it vanish as if it had never happened. Afterward, she dashed to her room. Ducking under the bedsheets before finally choosing the wardrobe as her hideout. Sitting amidst the clothes, The little monkey's face was etched with worry and regret.
Lily! 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 Làm gì đây?
However, the needle in the haystack eventually pricks.
Đây ba xem này. Sao? Ra đây ba xem này. Ra đây. Ra đây xem này. Con làm gì trong tủ? Hả? Sao lại trốn trong tủ vậy hả? Làm gì sai đúng không? Có phải không? Có phải làm gì sai không? Hả? Có phải làm gì sai không? Lily, nói xem nào. Làm gì sai hả? Hả? Làm sai hả? Làm lỗi rồi, ai làm lỗi rồi. Đi ra đây nè. Giờ ra đây ngồi một nấu thịt Julian nhá. Đi chưa con, ra ghế ngồi đi. Đúng rồi, con ngồi đó. Ủa? Cái gì vậy? Cái gì Ly? Hả? Cái gì đây? Sao này? Hả? Vậy là ba nhận ra rồi đúng không? Trời ơi, tại sao lại trốn tủ đúng không? Rồi, đây đứng ba nói. Ra đây. Đi đây đứng. Nhà bạn xem cái cam lại nhá, được chưa? Xem cam của Ly nhá. Đi đứng ở đây. Ba cho đi xem nè. Đấy. Đó, Ly làm vỡ thấy chưa? Thấy không? Ba thấy này, thấy chưa? Hay chà.
When her dad returned and checked the camera, the truth was revealed.
Đứng lên đây. Đứng im đó. Giơ cái tay lên. Không được cãi nha. Ba nhìn thấy cái này nha. Không được cãi nghe chưa? Ly làm hư cái ảnh nè. Bỏ trong tủ lạnh. Xong đi giấu. Đúng không? Nè, tăng tính vật chứng rõ anh dành này, thấy chưa? Ta phải đứng đây một lúc thôi chưa? Đứng đây, còn đứng đây. Còn đứng đây. Ta phải đứng đây.
Lily was punished, made to stand with her arms folded and then raised high above her
head. Thẳng lên. Không được quậy nghe chưa?
Her face puckered, eyes welling with tears as she looked at him. She felt an overwhelming sense of self-pity. Seeing her dad's back busy in the kitchen without comforting her, a negative thought took root. Dad doesn't love me anymore. In a burst of hurt pride, Lily lowered her arms, waddled away to pack a small suitcase with her favorite things, and secretly left the house.
Lily, đi đâu rồi? Lily, đi đâu rồi? Lily ơi, Lily.
She walked and walked until her legs grew weary. Under an old tree, she took out an apple and a carton of milk she had brought along to fill her hungry belly. But as if sensing her sorrow, the sky began to pour. Cold raindrops soaked into her fur. Lily sat lonely by the roadside, shivering from the chill and fear. Lily sobbed, longing for the warmth of her dad's hand, a bowl of hot rice, and the safety of home. A kind passerby offered her some food, but the strange cake felt impossible to swallow.
Lily! Lily! Lily!
That night, while her dad frantically searched for her with a flashlight through the darkness, Lily was crying silently in regret.
Đi đâu rồi biết nữa?
The next morning, once her anger had faded and the cold had seeped into her bones, Lily trudged back home. But what awaited her wasn't a scolding. Instead, she found her dad slumped on the floor. His face was pale and his forehead burned with a fever after a night spent in the rain looking for her. The fear of losing her most beloved person woke her up. Lily frantically ran to get a cooling patch and gently placed it on his forehead.
Lily, về lúc nào đấy? Đi đâu về đấy? Sao? Đau bụng hả? Ăn hả? Ăn hả? Thấy đồ ăn ha nhé. Ăn đồ ăn nhé. Ăn cái ly nhé.
When her dad woke up and gathered Lily into his arms, all mistakes were washed away by forgiveness.
Làm đồ ăn nhé. Nhé.
Together, they headed to the kitchen to prepare a special meal, handmade pizza. Lily sat neatly at the table, her eyes never leaving her dad's hands as he prepared the tomatoes.
Vào đây ha. Vào đây nha.
She didn't just sit there watching. She kept reaching out to touch everything, showing her curiosity and eagerness to help.
Được không? Ngon quá hả?
While Lily happily munched on some fresh lettuce, her dad began prepping the vegetables and cherry tomatoes.
Bà tí nha. Chua. Đây rồi. Thử không? Từng cái nha, để bà cắt ra ly từng cái nha. Ăn thử đi nào. Để bà rửa đi ha. Rửa đấy nữa ha. Rửa mấy cái ra ly nha. Ngon Ly, ngon không? Ngon không? Bây giờ mình làm cà chua trước nhé. Xong rồi mình sẽ làm cái bánh ha. Đấy, và làm món pizza rau củ cho Ly ha. Rồi. Bây giờ mình làm bánh bột nhé. Thì xong rồi à? Xong chưa? Để cho bà này. Rồi. Cột ha. Đây. Đúng rồi. Chính, đúng rồi. Hôm nay mình làm hơi nhiều ha. Để cho cái bánh nó to to một tí ha.
She didn't just watch, she eagerly joined in the kneading.
Không muốn cầm hả? Đấy. Nè, được không? Đấy. Thấy không? Đây ha. Wow. Nè. Đưa tay đây ra lấy bột thế nào. Đây, mà lấy bột của tay cho Ly nè. Đấy. Đây nữa. Phải đánh tay nhá. Đây ba này. Nè. Nè, thấy không? Thấy chưa? Đánh tay nhá. Nhá. Kiểu đây. Đây, cầm đánh đi. Nè.
Her tiny hands pressed firmly into the smooth dough, her face a mask of intense concentration.
Để vào lấy cái bột cái quả dính tay nhá.
Ok.
Tốt lắm. Ui giời, giỏi quá. Đây, cầm cái này.
Holding the rolling pin, Lily held her head high with the pride of a true chef.
Ok, rồi, tốt lắm. Được rồi. Ồ, được rồi này. Ổn đấy nha, ổn đấy nha. Ở đây cho bạn à. Cảm ơn ha. Giỏi quá. Đây này, bà chỉ cho đi làm nhá. Nè. Lại cái bánh hình tròn nhá. Được không? Được không? Được không? À, để mà lấy cái khay nhá. Đây, chuẩn bị sẵn cái khay này, đúng không? Đó. Thấy không? Nè, nè. Đây ly này. Đúng rồi, đúng rồi. Rồi bây giờ mình nướng này trước nha. Đúng rồi hả? Đây vào đây, xuống, đúng rồi.
She carefully arranged each cherry tomato slice.
Dad.
Này, con bỏ thử đi. Này.
Yay.
Đấy, đúng rồi, giỏi. Đây này. Tốt. Rồi cái rau mình bỏ sau nhá. Mở đấy con. Giỏi. Oh. Wow. Rồi, đi ra đây đi. Ngồi đây. Ngồi đây con này xong mình nhảy là vừa nhé.
On the crust and stood guard by the oven, her eyes wide with anticipation.
Xong rồi để nó sạch ha. Rồi. Được kìa. Ai da. Đấy. Quay đây xem đi này. Qua đây đi, qua đây ngồi đây, ngồi đây con, ngồi đây. Ngồi đây, đúng rồi, ngồi đi đấy nha.
When the mouth-watering aroma filled the kitchen, Lily jumped for joy.
Qua đây đi. Thơm quá. Thơm quá đi ha. Đi nào. Ngồi ghế đi. Con ăn đi, ăn đi. Ăn đi. Ăn thử đi. Rồi, em bắt nhé. Theo tí ha. Đây con ăn đi. Đây. Rồi, cắt bánh rồi nhé. Đó.
But a bittersweet moment occurred. When her dad presented the hot, heartfelt pizza, Lily shook her head vigorously.
Đây, bà thử cái ly xem ha. Nè. Ngon lắm Ly ơi. Ai da ngon lắm. Đây. Ăn hết rồi.
She firmly pushed the slice away, pointing instead to a plate of fresh green lettuce, demanding vegetables.
Nè, ra thử miếng
Her
nữa nha.
heartless yet adorable expression left her dad caught between laughter and tears.
Không phải đâu, ba làm ngon thiệt mà. Ăn thử đi đây.
Finally, after some picky eating and plenty of encouragement from her dad, Lily agreed to take a small bite. The sweetness of the dough and the richness of the cheese, blended with her dad's love, made Lily smile softly. After all the storms, the little girl finally understood. No matter what happens, home is the warmest place, and her dad will always be the one who loves her most.
Đấy, không ngờ ngon vậy nhỉ. Ăn đi. Ăn cơm ba làm nhá. Rồi, để con ăn rau đi ha. Ăn rau đi. Đó. Wow. Ly chê pizza mình nấu các bạn, nhưng mà lại thích ăn rau. Các bạn nấu pizza ngon à? Nấu pizza chẳng quá nhẹ. Ngon quá ha. Trời, nghe giòn quá. Hôm nay theo ha, để con dọn nhé. Để dọn này đi ha. Ăn đi, ba lấy sữa cho Liêu uống nhé.
As the sun rose high, the gate finally opened. But it wasn't the energetic dad she saw every day. He walked in looking more exhausted than ever, his steps heavy and his face worn out by the sun and wind. But what made Lily's little heart tighten was his right arm, a large dark purple bruise, raw and scraped, stretched from his elbow. "What happened to you, Daddy?" Lily's voice trembled. Her dad tried to smile, I just had a little fall. Don't worry, Lily. But how could she not worry when her hero, usually so strong, was suddenly in pain? Quick as a squirrel, Lily ran to get the first aid kit. She knelt beside him, carefully wiping away the blood with tissues, then gently applying antiseptic.
Đi lấy cho bạn tờ giấy đi. Rồi đó. Qua đây con. Mọi người ngoan nhé để bạn làm nhé. Được chưa?
Every time she saw him flinch from the sting, Lily would blow softly on the wound, her eyes brimming with tears.
Sao hết đi nhé. Sao nhé Ly nhé. Được chưa? Không sao đâu ha. Này mình quấn xíu là mình đỡ nhìn chưa Ly ha. Này Ly cầm này cho ba này, cầm này cho ba nhé, cầm này. Đúng rồi. Rồi, đây này cho ba.
Together, they wrapped the gauze, Lily cradling his arm as if it were a fragile treasure.
Ngồi yên ha. Đúng rồi đấy. Cầm đây này Ly, cầm đây. Cầm đây, đúng rồi, cầm đây. Cầm đây, đúng rồi, cầm đi. Ngồi yên đi. Xé ra, xé ra. Xé đôi ra. Xé ra. Đó. Thấy chưa? Đó.
When finished, she even took it upon herself to clear away the medical waste so her dad could rest comfortably.
Cảm ơn Ly nhé. Đi vào nhé, vào ha. Tí nhé.
The two then went to the bedroom. She kept asking, "Are you very tired, Daddy? Please sleep a little." When she saw that he had fallen into a deep sleep, Lily sat there quietly, staring at the white bandage. The tears she had been holding back finally rolled down. She sobbed quietly because she loved him so much, realizing that even her dad could be vulnerable and hurt. The more she watched him sleep, the hungrier her stomach felt, and she thought her dad must be hungry too. I must make bread for Daddy! A bold idea flashed in her mind. Lily wiped her tears and slipped out of bed quietly so as not to wake him. She prepared for her mission quite professionally. Lily put on her blue helmet and hopped onto her pink electric car, her trusty steed. The car rolled out of the gate, crossing the familiar village paths. The sight of a tiny girl in an oversized helmet seriously driving to buy flour made everyone who saw her smile with warmth. Her destination was the local grocery store.
La 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 la. Great job. Hi.
At the shop, Lily confidently handed over the money and pointed to a bag of all-purpose flour.
Bye-bye.
Holding the bag in her hands, she felt as if she held the key to her dad's happiness.
Okay.
The pink car clattered back home, carrying all the love and determination of a devoted daughter. By the time Lily returned, her dad had just woken up. Seeing his little girl with a bag of flour and a dusty face but bright, sparkling eyes, he understood everything. The tiredness vanished as the two of them started working together. Dad poured the flour onto the tray. And Lily held the whisk, stirring enthusiastically under his guidance.
Đảo đi con. Đảo này đi con. Đúng rồi. Đảo đó. Đây. Ui giời, đi cái mũi các bạn này. Trời. Lạc quá. Đảo lên nha. Đó. Rồi, vậy rồi nha. Đặt ra ha, đặt ra vậy. Đấy, được rồi đấy, đúng rồi. Rồi, thì các bạn. Đây lên. Đây lên. Đấy, đúng rồi. Nhà đi. Cái đi con. Đúng rồi đấy.
When the dough began to come together, she used her tiny hands to knead it.
Đúng rồi đấy. Tới đi. Đó, nhào đi, đúng rồi, nhào đi. Nhào đi, đây này. Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi, chân xuống rồi. Đúng rồi, đây này. Đấy. Nhào đây, thấy không? Này, thấy chưa? Thử đi, thử nhào đi. Đúng rồi, nhào đi. Đúng rồi đấy. Rồi, cái nào đi, con nhào vào đây. Nhào tí đi. Đúng rồi. Ui dồi, đúng rồi. Đúng rồi đấy, đúng rồi. Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi đấy. Đúng rồi. Nhào tiếp đi. Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi. Giỏi lắm. Nhào tiếp, đúng rồi. Đúng rồi. Nhào vào đi con, đúng rồi. Thả tay này. Nè. Thấy không?
To make the dough chewy, Lily even used her little feet to press it down, then used her hands to lift the heavy dough and thump it onto the table. The sound of the dough hitting the table echoed happily in the kitchen, mixing with the bright laughter of dad and daughter.
Làm nha. Cán nha. Cán đi. Đúng rồi, đẩy đi. Đẩy đi. Đây, đẩy này. Đây.
The rolling process was a real challenge. Lily used a wooden rolling pin, using all her might to push it back and forth until the dough was flat and even.
Đẩy đi con, đẩy đi. Đúng rồi. Đẩy đây này. Rồi, đúng rồi. Rồi, đẩy đi. Giỏi quá. Đẩy tiếp đi con. Rồi. Đẩy. Đúng rồi, giỏi quá. Rồi, nhấc lên. Rồi, đẩy đi con. Rồi. Đấy, tốt quá. Tốt quá. Ăn đi con. Đúng rồi. Giỏi quá. Rồi, lùi lại tí. Đúng rồi, làm đi con. Đúng rồi. Ui, giỏi quá. Đây nè, mạnh nhá này. Anh cầm này. Đó. Ui giỏi, giỏi. Giỏi. Nào, lại nhá. Nè, rồi, con ăn đi. Ăn đi con. Đúng rồi. Giỏi quá. Rồi, mang vào đây. Ui, giỏi quá. Nào, lại tí này. Đúng rồi. Được rồi. Đây. Rồi, cảm ơn Ly. Đây đi, đây này. Tan đi. Đúng rồi, tan đi, tan đi. Lan đi con, tan đi. Rồi. Đấy. Ở đây nhé. Đây đi nè, ở đây ha.
She coordinated perfectly with her dad, shaping the dough into cute long loaves.
Đấy. Đấy. Đây, xem được không? Cái này mở đi.
When the bread was ready for the oven, Lily closed the door herself, her eyes never leaving the misty steam inside.
Rồi, được rồi con, này được rồi đấy. Đi này. Dọn này. Đi dọn này xong rồi nhé. Cất đi nhé, chờ xin bánh được làm ra đấy. Đi xíu đợi mình ăn nhé.
While waiting, she looked at her hands covered in white flour, brushed them lightly, her face radiant with the joy of hard work.
Đây này. ổn đi này. Thấy không? Trông lại bên đây kìa.
Ding! The oven signaled the bread was done. A warm, delicious aroma filled the small kitchen.
Bánh hả? Đây đi. Vào đây, vào thôi. Đây. Rồi ít nóng.
Dad helped Lily take the hot tray out. The golden, crispy loaves were a testament to the love and effort of both dad and daughter. Lily sat at the table, her eyes shimmering as she looked at her beloved dad. She slowly peeled the crust, broke off a piece for him, and then took a bite herself.
Được.
The sweet, nutty taste of the flour blended with endless love made the bread taste better than any delicacy in the world.
Ăn vậy đúng rồi đấy. Giỏi lắm. Bóc ra ăn từ từ thôi, đúng rồi.
They sat there sharing every last crumb, forgetting the pain of the wound and the exhaustion of a long day.
Ăn hết đi con. Theo mẹ Ly nha. Ăn hết đi con. Chào bà, cảm ơn Ly nha. Ăn đi con. Ngon quá ha.
To Lily, today wasn't just about making bread.
Ăn đi con.
It was the day she learned how to love and protect the most important person in her life.
Được không?
Under the scorching heat of a summer noon, the dad was still hard at work in the little garden, his hoe in hand. Every strike against the earth sounded heavy, and sweat soaked through the back of his shirt. Not far away, the little monkey, Lily, was enjoying the carefree moments of childhood. Her bright laughter rang out as she swung around, then playfully hopped onto the back of her friend, Sam the pig, to stroll around the garden. Lily's world at that moment was nothing but joy and golden sunshine. As the sun grew more intense, it drained the last of the dad's strength.
Dad.
Ngồi cho cẩn thận nha.
He tried to push through, but a wave of dizziness hit him like a crashing tide. He stopped, wiping the sweat streaming down his face.
Này nắng quá trời.
His footsteps becoming shaky and unstable. Finally, unable to bear it any longer, he dropped the hoe and took heavy, staggering steps into the house. distance, the smile on Lily's face vanished. Her innocent eyes filled with worry as she saw her dad swaying. Inside the simple wooden house, the silence was frightening. Her dad lay motionless on the bed, his breathing heavy.
Dad.
Lily rushed in, her small feet quickly climbing onto the bed.
Dad.
Lily, ba đang nghỉ tí ha. Tí nữa kiếm chị Julian nha.
Aww.
She pressed her tiny hand against his forehead, then his chest. He was so hot. His whole body felt like burning coal. Lily's little heart tightened with fear. Quick as a flash, Lily found the thermometer. The number signaled a high fever. She frantically searched through family medical kit, hoping to find a pill or a cooling patch. But the box was empty. Panic began to creep in. Lily ran to her piggy bank, her own little bank. She shook it hard and turned it upside down, but not a single coin fell out. The reality of their poverty suddenly became very clear to her. How can I save Dad? Lily looked around in despair. Suddenly, her eyes landed on the corner of her study desk. There sat her white laptop, her most precious possession, her best friend that she always cherished. Lily looked at the laptop, then back at her dad groaning with fever. There was a moment of hesitation, a pang of regret, but her love for her dad won over everything. With determination in her eyes, Lily hugged the laptop tight.
Oh.
At the scrap dealer shop, Lily held out her favorite toy. The owner took it and handed her a small amount of money. Even though she knew it wasn't much, to Lily at that moment, it was a fortune. It was the hope that her dad would get well.
Cảm ơn nhé. Tạm biệt.
Clutching the small bills in her hand, Lily urged Sam to run as fast as he could to the grocery store. She bravely used all that money to buy a pack of cooling patches.
Rồi đây, quà của Ly nè. Rồi, bye Ly nha.
Bye bye.
Without wasting a second, she and her companion hurried back home. Back at the house, seeing her dad still unconscious, Lily's hands trembled as she tore open the packaging.
Oh. Mua gì cho ba đây? Mua gì đấy? Xem nào. Oh. Trời ơi, sao biết là mua cái này đi? Sao biết mua này hay à? Đây bà sẽ ha. Oh, đúng rồi. Cái này á, cái này biết làm gì không? Cái này để dán đầu nè, dán đầu ốm nè. Thấy không? Ba hay dán cho Ly đấy. Thấy không? Nè. Đây này.
The coolness from the patch, combined with the warmth of his daughter's love, helped the dad slowly wake up.
Đấy, thấy chưa? Đi giỏi quá ha. Đi nhé.
He opened his eyes, feeling his head grow lighter. He opened his arms wide, and Lily flew into them like a little bird returning to its nest. In that small house, though lacking in material things, they were rich in love as the two of them lay there, holding each other peacefully.
Anh nghỉ tí ha. Nghỉ tí ha. Tí lấy sữa cho Ly uống ha. Được không?
Lily had lost her favorite item, but she had kept the most precious thing in the world, her dad's smile and his health. In a small room filled with the silence of early morning, Lily was sleeping soundly next to her dad. Before the first rays of light could even peek through the leaves, the peaceful sky suddenly shifted. Dark gray clouds rolled in, and soon the sound of rain began to pitter-patter on the green banana leaves in the garden. Lily startled awake. She looked over and saw her dad, still deep in sleep after a long, exhausting day. Suddenly, she remembered. Oh no! My clothes are still drying out in the yard! Not wanting to wake her dad, the little girl scurried out to the porch without a second thought. Oh! Under the thickening rain, Lily quickly grabbed each shirt and pair of pants from the drying rack. Her tiny hands carefully folded each item into the plastic basket, just the way her dad always did for her.
Ok.
Using every ounce of her strength, she lugged the heavy basket into the house. Feeling a quiet sense of relief that she had saved her dad's hard work before everything got soaked. Having completed her big mission, Lily went back to bed. Looking at her dad's sleeping face, she gently climbed up and gave him a soft nudge. Her dad opened his eyes, still a bit groggy.
Ly. Trời mưa sao hả Ly? Trời mưa.
But immediately bolted up to gather the clothes when he realized it was raining.
Bác quên đồ của Ly mà kìa. Ngựa hết nhé. Lấy đồ không?
However, as soon as he stepped out of bed, he was surprised to see the basket of dry clothes already sitting neatly inside.
May quá ha, chưa ướt này.
A happy smile spread across his face. My Lily has truly grown up. You are so smart, my girl.
Đói bụng chưa? Ba làm đi cho Ly ăn nhé. Ly giỏi quá nhỉ. Đấy, đủ đồ này. Giỏi quá ha. Thôi đi, kia ba làm cho Ly ăn nhé. Làm ba ăn ha.
To reward her, he led Lily into the kitchen.
Anh ấy gọi ba dậy hả? Vừa gọi ba dậy ba làm đấy chứ? Gọi đây ba làm cho Ly ăn nhé. Được không?
The small kitchen that morning became livelier than ever.
Chiên đậu nhé. Mình chiên đậu trước hay cái này trước nhỉ? Cái này trước nhé. Bạn làm khoai tây cà rốt cho Ly nha.
Lily didn't just sit and watch, she was like a tiny assistant, intently observing her dad peel every potato and carrot.
Làm đây ha. Rồi tí nữa luộc nhé. Hai con mình ăn nhé. Rồi Liên ngồi chơi nè, gọi thứ ba nhé. Đó, gọi. Đấy, ở đấy. Này.
When the prep work was done, she skillfully helped him put the potatoes into the bowl. Her eyes sparkled with joy as she helped her dad prepare the first meal of the day.
Đi gọi thứ ba đi, gọi thứ ba đi. Gọi đây này. Đúng rồi, đây này. Gọi đi bác. Gọi đi. chiên nhé. Rồi. Xin đậu ấy.
The sizzling sound of tofu frying in the hot pan and the aroma of boiled potatoes and carrots filled the air.
Thì nó có đồ ăn ngon nha, thấy không?
Lily sat there, swinging her legs, patiently waiting for the result of their teamwork. To Lily, this wasn't just cooking. These were the most sacred moments of connection. Finally, a colorful tray was served. The white of the rice, the bright orange of the carrots, and the golden brown of the fried tofu.
Đây là muỗng chiên ha.
Her dad didn't forget to prepare a bowl of rich soy sauce.
Đây, có thêm tí tương xì dầu cho nó chấm rất là ngon ha. Đây, lấy cơm đi nha. Khoai tây ha. Ngon không? À, cà rốt hả? Cà rốt hả? Xin lỗi nha, bà quên. Cà rốt đi vào sẽ vào. Sẽ nhỏ đi để ăn nhé. Đấy, bà biết gì khi ăn cà rốt mà quên nhỉ? Xin lỗi nhé. Đây, phải cho Ly ăn này ha. Đây, Ly đây.
Lily began to enjoy her breakfast heartily. She especially loved the sweet pieces of carrot.
Ăn xong cà rốt và lấy cơm cho Ly ha. Ngon quá hả? Ngon quá. Và thử miếng cà rốt nha. Cho miếng này. Ly ăn này không? Thử này không? Thử cái đi. Đây. Cho Ly thì miếng nhỏ ha. Đi ăn thử đi. Thử đi. Cho Ly ha. Cầm đi đây. Ly thích ăn cái này hả? Ăn bỏ đây ha. Đấy, cái nào thích ăn bạn bỏ đây cho Ly ha. Thích ăn cái gì con nói nha, ta làm cho. Thích ăn cái gì nói ha.
Seeing his little girl eating so happily, her dad gently cut the pieces even smaller so she could eat more easily.
Để bạn quay tay nhé. Đi ăn bằng cái này.
Inside that small house, even though the rain was pouring outside, it was overflowing with a warmth of love and understanding.
Ồ, Ly thích ăn cơm hả? Tôi vẫn yêu thích của Ly này nhỉ. Cơm ngon ha.
It was a simple morning, but one filled with so much affection.
Đây là cái nào ha.
Early morning sunbeams tiptoed through the cracks of the door, dancing on the cozy wool blanket. But Lily didn't wake up to her dad's warm voice like usual. The house was strangely quiet. She sat up, her round eyes wandering around in confusion. "Daddy?" she called out softly, her voice swallowed by the silence. Lily pitter-pattered out of her room, her bare feet touching the cool tiled floor. She checked the living room, looked out at the yard, and circled back to the kitchen. But her dad's familiar figure was nowhere to be found. On the dining table sat a plate of bright red apples, neatly peeled and sliced. That was her dad. No matter how busy he was, he never forgot to prepare breakfast for his little princess. After eating, Lily looked around the kitchen. She noticed thin layers of dust on the shelves and a few shirts that hadn't been washed, yet a strong sense of determination sparked inside her. Today, Lily will take care of Daddy. She began her work like a little helper from a fairy tale. Lily busied herself with a small cloth, soaking it in water and meticulously scrubbing the oven that hadn't been used in a long time. Her tiny hands moved rhythmically, wiping again and again until the glass door sparkled like a mirror.
job.
Hey! She didn't shy away from any task, from tidying the kitchen shelves to gathering all of yesterday's laundry for the washing machine.
Okay.
Lily felt like she had grown up instantly, each step filled with a quiet pride. Daddy's going to be so surprised. When the work was done, Lily curled up on a beanbag chair, her eyes fixed on the gate, waiting and hoping her dad would be proud to see the house so sparkling clean.
The sky outside was bright and clear, but in the small house, Lily's world was confined to the yellow beanbag. It seemed to swallow her small body, and a long, weary yawn said it all. Lily was bored. She glanced around, hoping to find something interesting, but was met only with silence. Dad wasn't home yet. Unable to bear the stillness any longer, Lily slid off the chair and crawled to the nearby wooden table. And there it was, the treasure for moments like these, the TV remote. A glimmer of joy sparked. She grabbed it, quickly climbed back onto her throne, and began a symphony of frantic button pressing. Channels flickered one after another, and vibrant images and sounds danced across the screen. They helped to chase away the sadness, but only temporarily. It was a borrowed joy, loud yet empty, unable to fill the hollow feeling of missing a familiar presence. Lily missed her dad. Suddenly, the familiar roar of a motorbike echoed from the gate. Lily's eyes lit up. Tossing the remote aside, she shot out the door like an arrow. Dad was home. The dad smiled kindly and handed his little daughter a bag of fragrant oranges. Lily sniffed them with
Bà trèo
delight
thuyền
and
thích bao giờ
then
đi?
took a gentle bite of the peel, an act that was both
No, no.
curious and endearing.
Cả nhà ăn nhé. Đi nè.
The adventure of the dad-daughter duo was about to begin.
Oh my gosh!
Các bạn đi chơi nha, chưa? Rồi có đội vào đi, này. Có đội đầu đi, đây. Đó, đội lên, đây, đội lên, đúng rồi. À, đúng chưa, đội lên đi con, đội vô. À, đúng rồi, đi nè. Đi chơi ha.
Not long after, on a green motorbike, there was a very special little racer. It was Lily, dressed in a cute plaid outfit and a whimsical blue duck-shaped helmet that nearly covered her entire face. With a steady hand on the handlebars, Dad drove Lily along a winding red dirt road, flanked by lush green rice paddies.
Đi đã.
The wind sang in her ears, and Lily felt as if she were flying. They stopped at a wide sandy spot by the river.
Đi chơi nhé. Đi lên cây chơi kìa, thấy không? Thấy không? Rồi bây giờ đi cây nhé. Trời, cẩn đi ha.
Dad carefully peeled a juicy orange, segment by segment, and fed it to his little girl.
Ngon không? Cái này ngon không? Kéo ra coi, đúng rồi. Giỏi. Giỏi quá. Trời ơi. Rồi. Ngon quá hả?
The sweetness of the orange, mixed with her dad's love, made Lily feel like it was the most delicious food in the world.
Đây này, chỉ bóc được mà, không bỏ ra hết đâu. Bóc hết vỏ đi. Hay đi ra kia chơi, lát ăn tiếp nha. Đi con đi chơi kìa. Đây kìa.
Re-energized, she playfully scurried up a nearby tree, showing off her expert climbing skills. Dad stood below, looking up with a gaze full of affection and pride.
Sau đi chơi tiếp nha. Sau đi chơi tiếp nha. Rồi. Đi chơi đi con, đi. Chơi tiếp đi. Chơi đi. Đi. Chơi nha. Đi nào. Chơi nha. Ui, đây nhiều đá quá ha. Nè.
Before heading home, They went down to the riverbank to splash in the water and wash their hands and feet.
Đây không?
Lily's clear laughter echoing across the peaceful landscape.
Rồi, đứng thẳng nha, đúng không? Chào người đi về nhé. Chào.